Before writing this, I had to take some time to process everything and understand exactly how I feel. I know for the level of success I've asked for, there has to be a level up in the amount of pressure I'm going to have to face as well. The higher you climb, the more you have to realize that with each height reached, less and less supply of air is available, which means each time you level up, you'll be made to feel as though you have less and less people whom you feel genuine love from. You'll seem to have less and less positivity around you, and you'll seem to have less and less of your peace of mind. I don't want to get too dramatic with this talk, but it really is that serious. I've recently gone through an episode in which someone who I thought was very close to me did a complete 180. The praise turned to criticism, the admiration turned to disgust, and the respect turned to a full-blown smear campaign. I was called all kinds of names, and this person took the secrets I told and used them all against me in an attempt to make his friends see me as a horrible person and whoever else may know or hear about me. As I've already said, I know that with the level of success I've asked for, there's going to be a certain level of hate and slander attached, but there's just something different about hearing the hate and the name-calling and the slander from someone you thought would have your back, someone you thought was your best friend. All of this to say, there are going to be moments in your life when you feel completely alone. And when you feel like you're going crazy because people you thought were on your side will turn against you. Friends you thought you had will turn their backs. And people who don't even know you will talk about you based on the opinions of others without ever having met you to decide for themselves. What are you going to do when that time comes? Because we've all experienced it in some capacity, and we all will experience it at a higher level in some form or fashion. There were times when I broke down crying, I lost my sense of purpose, I got off my grind, I wasn't writing like I wanted because I felt like I didn't have the motivation, I wasn't singing like I wanted because I was questioning my own talent based on the things this person said about me, and I was so much lazier lying in bed watching YouTube videos late into the night when I should have been working on marketing plans and choreography to push myself to the next level of artistry that I know I need to reach. In every hour of the day, I still think about how all of this went so wrong between this person and myself. And I still question myself in my decision to be with and stay with this person after so many signs pointed for me to get out. I still question whether I'm healed enough to trust myself to make certain decisions in the future, and it honestly really sucks. But you know what? I thank him for this experience. I think I'm a pretty chill and positive person. Unfortunately, I can be very much in my head and in my own world and cause myself to stress and worry and become anxious. But this whole experience has given me some much-needed insight into how things are going to be when I'm on that higher level. See, there are some things we all need to go through in order to prepare us for the things we've prayed and wished for. No matter what happens in these hard times, we have to look for the positives. The result of this situation sucks, and it hurts, and I wish my heart didn't pound so badly every time I thought about it. But God used a great pain to teach me a much-needed lesson. If this kind of criticism came from a stranger, someone I didn't know and didn't care about, I probably wouldn't have taken it seriously, and I would have brushed it off, and I would have brushed off those feelings too easily. But God used someone who was close to me to make me understand the level of pressure I may have to go through during certain parts of my career. He laid it out for me to know exactly how this kind of hurt and disappointment would feel. And he's taken me through the healing process so I can know how to deal with it in the future. Imagine if something like this happened while I was already at my prime. I cannot imagine me not feeling like doing shows or not feeling like finishing songs for an album. So this is all in perfect timing for me. I was so hurt that I had even stopped trying to turn negative situations like this into motivational talks for anyone who comes to my YouTube channel. But I'm back at it now. You're probably going through something right now that makes you feel like a failure, that makes you feel like you lost your fight, makes you feel like you don't want to deal with anything anymore. But please listen to me when I say that whatever you're going through right now, be grateful for the storm and be grateful for the timing. Find the positive in your situation and understand that you are being groomed and tested for exactly what you asked for. The test is here, and the storm is here because you're on the verge of reaching that higher level. You haven't experienced this kind of pressure yet, but you're going to be just fine. You're going to go through it and be better prepared for your future once this process is done. So please, let's hold in there together. And let's recognize this hard time for what it is. Temporary. But of course, let's not repeat it by missing the lessons that it's brought. You just have to understand that we have to be able to handle these higher levels of pressure because some of us have asked for some very big blessings, and that calls for some very big responsibility. So we have to hold in there and recognize the hard time is only temporary and that we're on the verge of our greatness. Learn from those lessons while you're going through it. Look back on those situations so that you won't make those same mistakes again. And once you've passed the test, that storm's going to be over. My name is LexC, and I hope this talk helped. Peace.